following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Oh, I do not know. What do you want to drink?
I'm just going to have a Nicola.
Just hand you a bottle. Feels cheap and plastic.
That's actually better than the paper cup that is so easy to spell. Like, this has got a lid.
It's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, this way they can also be shaken up and used as grenades against players you don't like.
Feature I feel is missing from most sports.
It is actually baked into the game.
I will have a still water.
And one still water, thanks.
Still water.
And that's covered by lifestyle.
Yeah. I mean, if you consider this to be your every weekend you get to go out.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going anywhere else this
then
weekend.
All
so yeah.
normal purchases that would be in this are covered by the lifestyle choice. Any purchases in excess of that, like if you wanted like a souvenir or something like that you would have to pay out of that. But otherwise, this is like you pay, but don't actually deduct anything. That construction labour leaves.
I will actually pay extra because you got to, right? Giant foam hand that's in the colour of your team.
Except the Night City ones are like that. It's the Ravens one. It's the one you put up when you don't give a fuck.
The Chiefs ones.
How much
you
for
could do the
a
top
foam
chop.
hand?
Yeah, they're like that.
They're gonna have to get one.
Okay.
Chop.
Barrows gets like one of those SpongeBob karate hands, but it's just got tomahawk chop written.
How much
I like
of that
this.
is that?
20 80s.
You
It's
want
like
one for that?
No, thank you. I don't think we will be watching Neil again.
It's kind of sad that you're going to spend more time.
Perhaps we will get to see another one day. After what? Normally players.
That's true.
More than one.
Alright, I did map the basement. Or the river, that is.
Sky.
The Skymans!
Yeah, it's the Beskyment now. There you go. I've had very little to do at work today after I moved all the tires that I set myself to move, so I actually just hand drew the maps for the stadium assault.
Assault.
Yeah. And you've got several tiers of stadium you have to go through.
Killing all the people inside, of course. Remember, no Russian.
No Russian.
Eventually you head off towards your seats. You see the pre-show has already started.
What is the pre-show? Is it just like
Currently it
cheerleaders
is sexy cheerleaders.
What's the matter?
He enjoys looking at attractive women. You're going to have to get used to that.
It is one of his flaws.
It's not a flaw.
Yeah, what's wrong with touching beautiful women? That's, if without permission, that's a flaw, especially when you've got a girlfriend. That's a flaw.
Well,
Stadium is like it's got like this is seated rows up there, and then it's got like another bay up top. There's a big ceiling, like a dome over the top, and in the middle you can see there has been like a sculpted war zone. There's two big square iron bases, a multi-tiered building with like some wings coming out of both ends, and there is a flag on the top of each one. There is also, and there's like hills, trenches, all sculpted out, and they're mirrored on either side. And then in the middle, there's a no man's land with just a wall, a high wall in the middle that sort of is like that to conceal it.
That's sweet. That means they capture the flag.
Programs, get your programs here.
2 programs, thanks. Thanks. That's what I did.
Thank you. The game will be capture the flag.
Basic. It will involve 1 vehicle each.
Oh, okay.
A hover chariot. What that is? Oh, 1 person drives and then there's another room for additional. The flag carrier is forbidden by the rules to engage in raged combat.
Standard procedure.
If the flag has not been returned within 5 minutes, it releases an electrical charge.
Oh, interesting.
The flag, after 3 minutes, will also begin making a loud noise.
So there's no hiding.
Oh, at the 4th minute, it will send up a large light flare. Sports. There's additional bonus points for area possession, but at the end of the day, captures are the only thing that matters.
Nobody ever wins that position.
Oh, I did not know that.
Well, it's an exaggeration.
Nobody in the Platinum League ever wins that possession. Substitutions are allowed. Substitution limits are not.
So it's not extreme rules.
Oh, if a player is unconscious, they may not substitute back in for 20 minutes.
How long's the game on average?
90 minutes.
That's a pretty severe amount of time.
There is a break in the middle,
Yeah.
so it goes for 120 minutes. But
They swap sides.
Right.
this is a symmetrical course. Oh, there are hazards. The hazards will not be disclosed.
It's always better for the crowds when nobody sees it. Even the players don't know what's coming. That's the point.
Sounds dangerous.
There's penalty and foul games. The timer is stopped. The fouled player and the foul committing players engage in a penalty game. Sometimes the foul committing player is disarmed, and the player the foul was committed against is allowed to score upon them if they can catch and shoot them.
Oh, I remember poor Brock Tackleberry had that and he could not catch up to his opponent.
His opponent was on the wing, and they are the fastest.
And Brock's like.
For a centre, well, actually, for a fast centre, he's slow. For a normal centre, he's quick.
Yeah, but don't tell him that. It'll go to his head.
I don't think I would ever have the opportunity.
Remember when there was that player Chaniak and he literally got disarmed, like his arms came off
Right.
a couple of years ago.
That was before rippercords were banned.
Yeah. That was why one of the big contributing factors to why they were banned.
Right, sponsors.
So they are penalty games.
That's why these things usually go for far longer than their noted time.
Also with the traps one year, they made it look like the flags, that they weren't the real flags. The ones that they showed were traps and you grabbed them and got electrocuted.
They will do that.
You said there was a dough. Is it a fully closed-in dough?
It can be retracted, but it is closed in.
And if that stays closed, then there's really less of a concern. I say the striker.
Yeah. Oh, sometimes they like to make things really interesting. There was one. It wasn't. Oh God, I can't remember what game it was. It was acid rain, and they deliberately opened the dome on purpose because they were like, "That'll make things more interesting."
Yes, but the crowd got rained on.
Yeah.
But they never opened the umbrella. Though there shouldn't be any rain.
So, actually, I should probably go to the bathroom before this begins.
Probably a good idea.
So
It's going to be like 40, 45 minutes before the halftime break.
She'll leave. And that would be.
So what is
You want to run down what we're doing?
what are we
here,
actually doing?
I'm going to be keeping an eye out, but if anybody has any suggestions based on the layout of this place, I'm open to them.
Definitely use the AR goggles to check the field. It's not something we can do from here easily.
I'm also going to use my eye to check the crowd, but only if I suspect something.
Yeah.
Actually,
Actually,
zooming in on any one particular thing
first thing to check,
blinds me to the overall.
I check under our 4 chairs for devices, bomb things, in case we are the targets. I don't find anything under ours, so it's not us if it's a bomb. This could be tricky identifying a potential hit on the field, given that you wouldn't know if something was an intended trap for the game or not.
How much of the arena, or no, that's not the right term, the crowd area, because how much of it is like VIP or like silver level or higher?
Fuck all.
Fuck all. Okay.
Like the first 3 rows around the bands of what you call the middle half. You're on the edge.
Yeah.
And then there's of course private boxes.
So I can
all the way.
see. Yeah. Okay. So I can see, and there'll be some that go around the opposite side of where we are.
Yeah.
As well.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, what I might do is I might go now and then have a look at things from the other side.
The lights go down a bit. Spotlight comes on. You get the idea. The guy in exaggerated Indian chief stuff. The first team to take the field. The visiting team of the from Cold Rocks, Nevada, the Chiefs. Led by the astonishing mascot, Chief Break Everything. Roughly just under half the crowd is just like, And he just demolishes several things that had been brought out just prior while you weren't looking. It's like he just Chief Break Everything's a Jeep's at the front of a Jeep. Just Chief Break Everything's a barrel full of water. And then there's an exaggerated tax collector, and he's just like, "Oh, Chief Break Everything." The crowd goes, "No, yeah." And they announce the players, starting with Doug Cadogan. He runs out, and the crowd's just like, "Hey," but more likely they're boo. And they bring out the rest of the team before. It's just like but they bring out this Lisa Steele's the last one. The crowd goes fucking nuts. She comes out and she's just she starts doing the thing, because each of them does like a thing.
Yeah.
She starts doing this thing, and then the music changes.
Oh, this is Alice.
You know it's all
Gets cut off by Elvis.
Yeah. She's just you just see her face. She's like. Alice Cole coming out.
Even I have to do this. This is the longer version.
Boom!
Oh, baby!
The whole crowd, even the Ravens players.
I suppose I'll join it too. Not knowing, I'll be a little bit behind everyone.
It's growing on me, I tell you. I prefer the old one.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be the old one.
Yes, the crowd is definitely very hyped. The announcer goes on for a number of superlatives. And then the Ravens come out with their Raven mascot. That's just like a proper mascot bird thing. It just does things.
Just regular mascot thing.
The starting lineup for the Ravens. Starting on the wing, Charles Chang. Charles Chang comes up. He's just like. And the AR hits it, like little stars and things come out. The crowd's just like, woo! A lot of the women in the crowd are like, woo! Interceptor, Harvey Poulter! The crowd really go nuts. Harvey's apparently very popular. Also on the wing, Lexa Ford! Response goes down a bit. And you know him, you love him. The fastest center in the league. Perhaps someday, Barack Tackleberry! He comes out.
Go Brock, kick ass.
Bang! And in guard, of course, Marius Coulthard, a huge guy. It's like, comes out. Boom!
He flipped the wall. So,
What, like a head or...
And recently back from captivity thanks to the NCPD, Candace Hardridge. She has no special music, unlike Alice Cole.
Oh, Joe does
She comes out and does like a embattlement besque, a vertical splits.
show off.
God, I wish I had those legs.
No, Elizabeth, you're still fine. You're still lovely.
Meanwhile, my hand goes to my throat.
Well, now I know what the competition is.
There is no competition. You're the only one for me.
Right. Is that why your eyeballs are popping out of their sockets?
What? She's hot. Look at her.
Yes.
The rules of the game are announced. The players are looking around. They like character. Players will retire to each of their bases and will have 5 minutes to prepare. The game will begin when the timer hits 0.
So that's what a hover cherry is. Interesting.
Want one?
I think I prefer a bike or something.
Yeah.
Or a really cool car.
Do you plan on declaring that? You are obligated to.
Just internal affairs after, unfortunately.
I haven't even got it yet. You should want us to be doesn't have to be done. Yeah, I was going to go on the other side and inspect our side before the game begins with my eye to see if any notable people in the crowd pop out as being potential targets. Like anybody I know from screen sheets.
Sure, go ahead. Perception check.
I'm a little suspicious of the other booths because if it's a corporate hit, they can easily have got a private booth lined up to use all this hit.
5? No, you get nothing.
1 to an 8, yeah, no.
So these AR goggles are really good for us.
Mhm.
Can you also use them to somewhat zoom in and look around places that are a bit far away? So only
They're not as good as binoculars, but
they're fun.
it is intended for you to just switch into one of the available cameras.
Oh, yeah. So I want to do that to swap around and check the private booths up the top for a little bit suspicious for the outside.
You can't see into the private booths.
Because the cameras will be aimed
Yeah.
Do they
towards
all-
the arena.
You don't have. You're not in the security suite, so no. Sorry, I should have specified the game cameras, not the security cameras. Why would they give that to regular people?
Then from here, can I at least tell if they're like sealed-in units or if they're open?
They are sealed in. They have a glass pane, but obviously you'd be able to get into them through a door or something.
Yeah, through there. Probably not sniping. Listen,
It's a hell of a sniping spot. A hell of a sniping spot.
Especially if those
Yeah, I can see you
windows-
can also actually like flick on a thing so you can hear the broadcast commentary, which you would not be able to hear necessarily.
I'll keep that on.
Are those windows? Can you actually see through them from the outside, or are they actually?
Yes, you can. You see a bunch of extremely well-dressed people up there. Since you're scoping them out with the perception check of DV18,
19.
wow, you can definitely see like there's a chief's banner in one, and you see like a bunch of incredibly executive hunches, and you see like some guy down there, probably one of them is just
Interesting.
they're also the only private booth that has a bunch of scantily dressed, fit young ladies, just like with them.
Of course, they do. Look, those the private booths will be out on the sniping spot. Something to keep an eye on over the course of the game.
Now I'm going to look up its because that was 16.
I wouldn't expect to spot a rifle, certainly, but
Bunch of fancy people.
Nobody used like a name. Like recognize. If I zoom
Not
right in.
with the 16. No. I mean, okay, yeah, I mean, names you recognise. Sure, you've seen like team coaches and that. You can see, like, you know, the more famous manager types, or you know, you're scanning up there. It's like, oh, look, there's someone you've seen in the scream sheets lately from another team, clearly scoping out the game with like obviously their other teammates in it. So you can see things like that, but like nothing that jumps out as you was like, oh.
Was Celine in any of them?
You didn't get well enough to even know that, but no, as far as you're aware.
at least I know where the Chiefs booth is now. Well, I'm going to use these AR goggles to scope the field out a little bit. I'm not sure exactly what to look for, of course. 14.
The only thing that really jumps out to your attention is that the Chiefs seem to be splitting themselves up 3 and 3, with 3 of them sort of heading back towards the base, inside area of the base, and taking up sort of like scoping that out, and the other 3 are sort of like going up to the base limits and like looking out around the thing and just like making.
Is Lisa in the forward team or the back team?
She is in the forward team. With Alice is in the back team. So the center is not going out. Meanwhile, if you switch over to the Ravens, if you can, you will notice that one of them is staying behind in the base, and everyone else is heading
The
forward.
ones who stay back, the giant dude.
And and they're all just like. And then like Rock looks up and he sees like with the little drone camera, and he's just like.
Just for just while we're there, how does Candace look like?
She's sweating profusely.
More so than you would think from the
Oh,
start
yeah.
of the game. Especially when it's not exactly the first game.
You actually hear like a guy saying, "Oh man, our bridge looks pretty shook." Yeah, I've never seen it like that before again. Maybe should be changing that. Excuse me.
Is there? Because I'm guessing there's something between the arena and the crowd to try and minimize.
Yes, there's a perspex screen like a hockey game. It
Might.
will. It's future
It will,
perspex.
yeah, it will take the brunt of those
Compressed
things.
aluminium or something.
You know, it's transparent aluminum, which
Transparent
I'm actually
aluminium.
kind of disturbed that we now have.
Yeah.
They've made it.
Yeah.
It's not strictly speaking transparent aluminium, but it is.
Yeah.
I mean, like this is what we'd make windows on spaceships out of, because it's just as strong as the outside hull's gonna be. I'm like, Star Trek Super Future. I'm not happy about the communistic aspects of that, thanks Roddenberry, but... Will you hurry up or get well?
No, we just stay perpetually sick.
You're ruining everything.
No, that's just me.
Look, okay, so you guys gonna do anything?
I'm going to return and then do another scope of the VIP area on the far side. Let's do it from our side, or to our side. Try and see if there's any.
You heard him specify that.
Well, I did the scoping at our side from the other side before the game started, because I imagine you're supposed to generally stay in your seats once it's begun. Whereas I can scope out the far side from our side anytime. 21.
No.
Damn, that was a 9.
I'm not going to leave my seat and go about my other business until the game actually gets underway.
Bang, it starts. The teams are off.
And they're off!
The offensive team has decided to use the chariot. And they're heading around one side of the extreme flank. It's going to take them extra amount of time to get there, but so far they're unopposed. The guys are playing this up. Meanwhile, most of the Ravens team shoot off and all separate into the maze. You hear the distinct sound of a whoomie pad going off as one of the Ravens players keeps going.
I've got to take a call, I said to Butler.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's the best you've got.
that's all I need.
I'm going to jail.
I'll slip away.
Barrows is gone. Leaving the rest of you to enjoy this sweet game. Defensive team member Cadogan runs down Candace and she freezes. But fortunately Brock Tackleberry is there to get in the way just in time. And he basically just like... and Cadogan just goes poof into the side of one of the sculpted hills. And he's just like, oh no. Smashed the back of his head in.
I wonder if they... It's kind of mean, I say that, but I wonder if they're using Candace as bait, because they know that she's going to be targeted.
What do you think? What did he even? Well, anyway, these guys are enjoying the fun game.
I think
What
he
do you?
left his toilet on.
Oh,
My goal is to work my way around to...
oh! I only just noticed I misspelled your name. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was going to be sick. Oh, that is A too. That looks like an arrow for a second. I thought it was bros.
Bros.
Working my way
Vincent Starker.
no, it's correct. To changing rooms. My goal was the Chiefs' changing rooms. The locker rooms, I should say.
Okay.
I'll start by exploring my way towards any areas I'm allowed to be.
Okay, you jump over the guardrail with no one looking, and you drop down into the entrance tunnel, and you head on in. There's 2 doors immediately there. Home team changing room. And that one over there has like a bit of paper with the Chiefs logo on it, taped to it.
Check around, there's no like guards.
You don't see any.
Go check the Chiefs' changing room door.
This is your layout, by the way. I would give it to you, but I forgot to photocopy it while I was at work.
Oh, so you also need it.
What the noise he's trying to make is... Sorry, hang on.
So yeah, I'll check that door. Is it locked?
Of course it's fucking locked!
Security lock or a mechanical lock?
It appears to have a complicated electronic security lock.
What kind of DV?
That depends. Are you interfacing with it, which you can't do, so never mind? Or is it electronic security of 18? Oh, sorry, it's 15.
It's doable. It's luck spendy though. Theoretically.
Making the check or not?
I'm gonna call that it.
Oh, one moment.
Of course. Ads.
Ooh. I could use them as sexy undies.
I'll pay for it. Winning smile. Winning smile. Winning smile. Winning smile.